Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and persons in between. Listen, are you like me? Are you tired of trying to talk some sense into the people on the other side of the ideological fence and getting nowhere? Well, too bad, because abandoning that discussion is worse than not getting anywhere. My name is Tim Snowborn, and this is another episode of Serious Issues. So, there's an old saying that you can't reason a person out of a belief that they didn't reason themselves into to begin with. To put it another way, Sam Harris had a good line that I'm probably paraphrasing here. It's something like, if a person does not appreciate the value of evidence, what evidence can you offer to show that they should? If they don't value logic, what logical argument can you present to show that they should value logic? Now, I've been in countless discussions and debates, mostly with conservatives, but in recent years I've been doing that less and less, and the primary reason for that is that there's just no point. I could just about count on one hand the number of times I've heard a conservative say, you know what, you're right. Or even just, you know what, you have a point there. The evidence you've presented is compelling, and I'm going to have to reevaluate some of my previously held beliefs. And before you say it, yes, I do admit that I'm wrong. I've done it many times before, and I will do it many times again. Please call me out if you think that I'm wrong. I'm sure I don't actually need to tell you to do that. I'm sure the comment section will be filled with nothing but disagreements. But yes, if you call me out, I will either admit that I'm wrong or explain why I'm not. But I digress. The point is, most people have pretty much made up their minds, and no amount of facts or evidence is ever going to persuade them otherwise. I can have all the statistics in the world, enough to choke a supercomputer, and the person will just go, nuh-uh. It is surprisingly difficult to argue with someone who is immune to facts and logic and consistency. There's always a reason why the facts aren't true. Conservatives don't trust any kind of news report because the media is liberal. Liberals don't trust the media because it's corporately owned. Newsflash, guys, of course it's corporately owned. You have to have millions of dollars to own a major news outlet. You're never going to find a newspaper or a TV station that's owned by some blue-collar shit-kicker. That doesn't mean they're automatically propaganda machines. You can't automatically dismiss any news source that disagrees with you and say that the only ones that are trustworthy just happen to be the ones on your side. I mean, I'm inclined to be highly suspicious of anything that comes out of Fox News or any of the fearmongers on AM radio, but that doesn't mean they're automatically lying. It just means I have to take whatever they say with a grain of salt. There's a scale of believability between a person who is making a plausible claim that I simply disagree with and an outright conspiracy theorist. And it's not always easy to tell which end of that spectrum the person I'm talking to is closer to. I mean, I'm definitely not inclined to talk to anybody who thinks that the world is secretly run by lizard people or the Pantavritan or whatever. I'm not even inclined to talk to somebody who actually thinks that the Democrats are trying to take away their guns. But I am interested in talking to a person who has a sober-minded, well-reasoned perspective that I simply disagree with. And if you are such a conservative, please get in touch with me. I would love to talk to you. Might even have you on the show sometime. Who knows? The thing is, it feels to me that people like that are few and far between. It feels like 98% of the people I talk to are just knee-jerk reactionaries making the same tired old claims that have been long ago disproven and debunked, and I'm tired of fighting the same battles over and over and getting nowhere. On the other hand, part of the reason I started this channel is because it's dangerous to just write off people with whom you disagree. You should have your beliefs challenged. Failure to do so results in narrow-mindedness and intellectual stagnation. I just wish that I could weed out the bunker-building, tinfoil hat-wearing crowd so I can talk to a classier breed of conservative. On the other hand, as an acquaintance of mine pointed out, it's not always about persuading the other person. Sometimes it's about the people listening in on the conversation, or reading the thread as the case may be. I have no idea how many such people I've reached, but it's nice to know that I've given some food for thought to at least a few people out there. So what do you think? At what point in a political discussion is it acceptable to just give up and write the other person off? Where do you draw the line? When does a person become simply too crazy to be worth your time? I trust that most of you do not fall into that category, although I still fear what I'm going to find in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please share your thoughts below, please subscribe, and please share this video with anyone you think might be interested. We'll see you next time, folks. Peace out.